What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Today I'm going to talk about Yugioh Market Watch and some of the fluctuating prices that we've seen. These are basically going to be like revolving around the post YCS Long Beach time frame and some from the Atlanta to Long Beach time frame. But yeah, you see this on other channels. I figured I might as well give it a shot because I really haven't seen that many videos about this as of late. So first off, I'll talk about the cards that the value has increased a lot on. That would be, let's see, we'll start with Gellenduo. Gellenduo is a really good card right now. Even more importantly, it's a really hot card right now. It's very good side tech against Rescue Rabbit or Dino Rabbit because you can set it just like Spirit Reaper or Arcane of the Fool. It can't be destroyed in battle, but unlike Spirit Reaper, you know, you can't Forbidden Lance it and it dies. Or like with Arcane of the Fool, if you mind control it and then you put it in attack mode, you know, you have an Arcane of the Fool in attack that you can't change. This guy just sits there, it absorbs attacks when it's face down. And then if your opponent leaves like Sabersaurus or Jiraguaiba on it on the field, you can just crash into that and Gellenduo won't die. So it's a solid card, and I've seen the secret rares from I believe it was, is it Sanctuary in the Sky or maybe it's Strike of Neos. I forget what set it came out of. But it looks like they're going for about $40 right now, 35 to 40. Even the commons out of the dual terminal are like 10 bucks. So that's pretty interesting. Definitely a card where if I had some, I would look at selling them right now. Mystic Piper. Mystic Piper made top 4 after pretty much doing nothing for like the entire time that it came out since Extreme Victory. But yeah, since it made top 4 and since it's a secret rare, it's hard to get. It's also a card that it supports its own deck and you need 3 copies of. So I don't know right now. I think it's really going off mainly hype. But right now this card is running at about $20, $23 each. When about 4 or 5 days ago, it was a $10 to even $8 card. So definitely a huge price increase right there. The stock is definitely up on Mystic Piper. I would have to say also Dolkka. Dolkka, not because of YCS Long Beach, because we all knew Rabbit going into the event was going to do well. But since, I would say over the last month, maybe month and a half, Dolkka's value has skyrocketed. This card used to be about $30, $35. Now Dolkka is going $60 easily. And if I had to give a pickup, like cards that I think I would pick up if I can find them cheap, definitely Drag Down to the Grave, because I see Dark World being a tier 1 contender for the rest of the format, and I mean it's a pretty hard card to come by. So I could see Drag Down easily going to like $7 a piece. Right now you can probably pick them up for about $3 each. The cards that have stocked down right now, Maxie. During YCS Atlanta, Maxie was going for $100 even. I think that might even been like unlimited copies. Now, just so recently as like today, yesterday, they're averaging roughly about 75 to 78 bucks. So you're seeing about a $25 drop. I think that's because you've seen the last 2 YCS champions have not made, or at least the American ones with Darkworld and TG, have not made Maxie at all. People are starting to see less windups at the top tables, and you're starting to see that skill drain is basically a replacement for this. The top 4 hero beat ran by Gerlando that topped. He didn't run Maxies either, and there was only one deck to my knowledge that maxed out on Maxies in the top 4 of Long Beach. So hand traps are starting to take a dip in play, which obviously means the value is going to go down also. Next up, we've got Windup Rabbit. Windup Rabbit is starting to dip in price, despite Wilson Tang's really good performance. This card after YCS Atlanta was up to like $70, $75, and right now it's going for about $45. I think that people are starting to see, even though it can be used in decks outside of windups, and for what it's worth, I think Windup Rabbit is a remarkable card. It's like Strike Ninja on crack, basically. The card's value has diminished somewhat because windups simply aren't doing as well as people thought they would. You have everybody and their mother starting the main deck skill drain. Last 2 YCS champions have both main deck skill drain. you have people who are main decking Skill Drain, or you have people who are main decking Maxie. Both of those completely slaughter windups. So I think windups have so much just going against them that it's hurting the value of all of their cards. You know, so that definitely hurts them. If I had to give a sell, like cards that I would desperately sell if I had them, Fiendish Chain, I got rid of mine. I got rid of mine like 4 days ago. But yeah, Fiendish Chain is now running only about $25. I mean, this card 2 weeks ago was a $45 card, easy. And I mean, I guess that, you know, the announce of 2 reprints in the span of a month is definitely going to hurt a card. You know, the fact that it's going to be printed as a starter deck common, or it's going to be printed in a starter deck. I couldn't imagine that it wouldn't be common, that they would waste a super rare spot on it. But, you know, it's essentially going to be about $1 card. So if you have Fiendish Chains, desperately get rid of them. And then my last category are cards that have stayed the same, where you haven't seen a whole lot of fluctuation. And sectors, I think that with the, basically, they've kind of had like a small revival of, they didn't do as well at the last YCS, the Atlanta, that most people projected them to do. They did really well internationally at Germany, but I think with the Insector or Sword variants, you're starting to see that there are multiple options on how to basically play this deck. So Sector Hornet had dropped to about 25 bucks after being at about 35, and now you're starting to see it balance back out to where it used to be a $30 to $33 range. So it's definitely a solid card. If you have it, you can keep it. Pick it up. It could go up more as Insectors get a little more support with Galactic Overlord, but I couldn't see it going higher than about $38. And then probably the motto of consistency, Rescue Rabbit. Obviously, it was the best. It had the best showing at YCS Long Beach. It took about a third of the top decks, and the card was about $60 a couple of months ago. It looks like it's about $72 strong right now. And I don't really see the deck going anywhere, despite the fact that it's the most sided for deck. You know, I think that the deck will start, and the deck will just alter its side deck. You know, it may drop. Obviously, I don't expect the deck to continue to take 30% of the top decks at any YCS, but I mean, I still expect a good 10% of the top decks to be Rabbit, because I still believe that it's probably still the best deck of the format. So this is definitely a card that you really shouldn't have to worry about diminishing in value, pre-Nats anyway. So yeah, let me know if you guys feel like I missed any cards, or there are some cards that you think have had some really big fluctuations. Just leave them in the comment section below. Please click an ad. That would really help. And I'll see you guys in my next video.